Would you look at that? Welcome everybody, this is Zenith Online Racing. I am Arbiga, back once again here for Thursday night's Tier 2. And it looks like we've got a downpour here at Suzuka early in qualifying. Doesn't look like the kind of rain that's going to let up and provide a dry end to the session. So anything's possible, I guess, but clouds do look pretty heavy over the circuit. Alright. Let's get this stream opened up, see what everybody's saying early. Hopefully we'll get some information on the weather. Sorry, no music today. I didn't really have time to come up with something. Just kind of rushing around. So we got a Red Bull leaving. Maybe Axon or T-Money. Yeah, T-Money out already on the Inters. So, not soaking wet track, but you do see a lot of standing water there on the outside of the turn 1 and 2 complex there. Rain for all of quality, dry race. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be a tricky session. It's going to come down to just whoever can find the grip. All right. We got Fuzz. Yeah, Fuzz is here. It's been a while since we did comms together, but it's good to have you back. Yeah. Yeah, of course. I know you got a lot of fans watching tonight. They knew you were... Actually, you weren't even supposed to be here. No one knew you were going to be in the booth tonight. It happened really last minute, so... I didn't even think I'd make it, but I just pulled the plug on my workday and said, screw it. Yeah, I agree. We'll talk about that later, but... T-Money, I think, is going to be our first hot lap. I've been watching him since he came out of the pits quite early, and then it looks like we've got an Alpha behind, I believe, or is that PDC, perhaps? Yeah, it's PDC behind T-Money, so let's go back to T-Money. He's coming through the famous Senna Pro chicane now, and on that final right-hander, it's got that big bump, and especially in the rain, it can really throw you off. See how he does to turn 1. The track will be a little bit drier this time around. There's quite a few cars out here. Probably moved a bit of the water, but still obviously a lot of standing water off the line. So the good thing is it's qualifying. You definitely want to stay on the racing line. Really no reason to go off it. Yeah, I noticed that. I think Chicken had them fit in the pits, but changed his mind, and then now there's 2 guys out on them. And I don't think that's a terrible idea. I mean, T-Money's time, I can't remember what the normal sector times are. It's usually about... The other thing about qualifying now, too, actually, is the laps are much, much longer. So you run out of time a lot sooner in the qualifying session when it's raining. These guys want to be out there early. I can't hear you. Oh, were you hidden before? Well, let's pretend you were just joining. Hey, Fuzz is here. Hey. Oh, welcome back. It's been a while since we did comms together, eh? Like, yeah, you know what? Not a bad time, 141. I think the Inter is probably the right choice, then. Not that far off. Yeah, so. Interesting to note. Let's get to Accent. Looks like I saw someone else going very slow there. That's the Force India. Damn it, I did it. Racing Point of Burns They really got to change the damn color, really, at this point. Like, it's too much. But Burns, yeah, had a moment there. He was off in the grass. Maybe he was obviously trying to push his time is counting here, so. Who else do we have here? It looks like... oh. A Ferrari and an Alpha, like, really close on the main straight there.
Okay, I forgot to turn on my party settings as well. Now they should be able to hear me.
Oh, they still couldn't hear you?
Yeah, they still couldn't hear me.
You really don't want your voice broadcast accidentally, eh?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
People make fun of the way I speak.
Well, yeah. People are idiots, though, so they'll do that. But I get it. It's kind of like, it's just, you know, if you post a clip, like, in public somewhere, you just become an easy target for racist people. I like the sun looks like it's coming out a little bit there, actually. There's a little bit of glare on the tire there. Probably not going to be enough, though.
Yeah, no, I think someone in the chat said the rain is going to last the entire quali session, but it's a dry race.
Who's gone off there? One of the Haas cars? Was that being lit wrong?
I see Ryan off in the second Degna.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him hit the wall. Oh, it was Force. Damn it. Racing Point. Force Racing Point.
Yes.
Yeah, it was I meant to say a force that he hit the wall with, and definitely needs to go in the pits. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe when the Aston Martin in 2021 and them changed colors, probably maybe it'll be easier.
Yeah,
we'll see.
That would be better. Interesting to see the new Racing Point out for testing. Looks everyone's saying a lot like the Mercedes car from last year. And then once someone pointed it out, I was like, yeah, it really does. So, it might be a pretty competitive car, though. Like, still, even this season, it might hold up. So, could work out for
Definitely. Like, being a Mercedes car from last year on today's grid is beneficial for anyone that's not Mercedes.
Yeah, especially Racing Point. Like, obviously, Ferrari and Red Bull, like, they have their own way of being fast, and they're not going to go and copy or buy. But Racing Point, I mean, the car was just kind of stuck in no man's land last year. It was really like, here and there it's picking up points, but generally not a quick car. The power tracks, it was fine, but could work out. See how it goes. GP Colin just coming around now. Doesn't have a very good time. Maybe at a moment, 8.6 off, or maybe just getting ready to push. It looks like he's on another push lap. Let's ride with GP Colin. He's sitting in 5th currently. He's had a couple pretty competitive races this season. Won Monaco last year. Generally goes pretty good at Monaco as well, so maybe just the old veteran knows his way around these classic tracks and shows the other guys what's going on. See how he does here. Oh, and he spins! Three the entry into the Dunlop curve, and I think someone almost hit him there. I heard a car whiz by.
I'm gonna call the commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
I mean,
I call him a veteran and he's fun.
I do wonder how many people are listening to the stream while they're driving, and then, I'm like, oh, we're on board with so-and-so, and I'm like pumping them up, and then they just completely shit the bed, like it seems like it happens occasionally, especially, I've definitely done it to a couple people, I think, because I know there's certain people that are definitely listening. Arrow being one of them. Speaking of Arrow, 140.9 is currently up the fastest time by quite a margin over T-Money. I think Arrow's still out on track as well. Looks like
PDC's coming on the final chicane for his first lap.
His first lap?
Yep.
Is it finishing his hot lap, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Get on board. PDC into 3rd. Good time. Good shout on that. Now, is that Arrow coming down? No, it's not. So that would be Wolfsburg. Let's see what Wolfsburg does. Sorry, just starting his lap, it looks like? Yeah. Back to GP. I think he's off. Someone else is off here again. Is that Burns again? Yeah, he's really struggling in the wet conditions here. He's using curb, I think, and I wouldn't recommend that when it's wet, especially here in the S's. It looks like his car is just completely unstable. Like, you can't control it at all. And maybe it's
Pace
just gone.
Dog's just about across the line and goes to P2.
Nice work from Pace Dogs there.
Good banker lap there.
Got anybody else coming around?
I see
Hans.
Axton heading towards Spoon
Here comes
on a
Hans.
hot lap.
Hans, yeah, just wrapping up a lap, but not very good. He's 4 seconds off, so obviously had a bit of a moment there. I think that would be Arrow coming around. Arrow does not improve, but it looks like he's going for a push lap now. And we have Axton. Is that Axton coming around you mentioned?
Yeah.
There he is.
Just coming on the final chicane.
Yep. And on board with Axton here. Rocking that America helmet. Red, white, and blue. Up into second for Axton. Now, yeah, very close to Arrow there. So, good to see someone putting up a fight. Who's that? Oh, someone off again here. It's PDC. Is he just trying to stay out of the way for people? It's a terrible spot, really. Is he out of fuel, perhaps? Yeah, it looks like he's out of fuel. Oh, that's going to be a problem. He's in a very, very bad spot, and he's run out of fuel here. Is someone coming around? There's a Williams coming around. Oh, man. That's dicey. There's a Toro Rosso coming around. It looks like Arrow. Watch out, Arrow. PDC just trundling along here. He's got the downhill coming up, though, so he can pick up some pace here. And he should get DRS, right?
Yeah, Spoon's definitely a difficult place to let someone pass, so I don't see another way than just going off the track.
Yeah, no, I agree with that decision. T-Money is coming around Spoon now. He'll surely catch PDC before the end of his lap as well. Sorry, let me see. Just looking at Axton on the map there. I am on board with T-Money.
I think he looks like he's on his in lap as well.
And T-Money in lap. Terminal Deity, perhaps, going for a push?
JXW is on lap. He has just come out of the hairpin, approaching Spoon.
Alright,
Rapidly.
on board with JXW. We got a Haas just behind it, looks like.
Yep, that's the house of Lit Romney. Yep.
Perfect. So Lit Romney on a push lap too?
Yes.
Okay, let's get on board with Lit Romney because we can see JXW up ahead. A little cautious into 130R there, but can't blame him.
JXW crosses the line
for Lit Romney. Good job. Yeah, maybe that slipstream helped him out a bit. Lit Romney puts up a 141.5. That's a pretty good time. Oh, JXW's off. And Hans parked as well. That's a pretty tough situation. If anybody's on a lap coming through here, they're going to be in trouble. Got a Ferrari just behind it, looks like. Is that Pace Dogs? Yeah.
That's GP Colin.
Nope. It's GP Colin. Yeah, Pace Dogs coming through the Degners right now, just behind Chicken, and then somebody off the track in the Degners as well. Looks like a Renault, maybe Coxie or Chicken, perhaps. Was that Renault? I think it was, yeah. It looks like the Renault's slowing down through the tunnel there. Pace Dog's on his out lap. I got Coxie up the road ahead. Coxie off in the hairpin. So that would be Chicken that is coming around. Chicken just starting a lap, it looks like. Oh.
GP Collins on a hot lap, just coming around Spoon at the minute.
Yeah, it looks like... Oh, is Chicken starting a lap, or is he on one?
Chicken looks like he is
he's
not
on
sure.
one. Not a very good
I think
time,
he's just
though.
starting a lap.
Yeah, so GP. Get on board with GP. Oh, GP looks like this could be a very good time for GP.
He'll be looking to break into the top 10. Maybe the top 5.
Ah,
Top
top
5 it is.
4. Yeah, 4th place. Just edges Outlet Romney by 600ths there, so pretty good lap from GP. Prefers being out of the spotlight, obviously. PDC just starting a lap. We've got the Toro Rossos coming around. That's Aero Strike crossing the line. He looks like he's starting a lap. And then Giuseppe Wolfsburg behind. Starting a lap as well, perhaps. So Wolfsburg going to get a little bit of a slipstream advantage here. Will help his teammate out, Aero, there.
Electric Chicken on the lap as well, down in P17. He's gonna have to find a few seconds if he's gonna make it into the top 10.
Yeah, for sure. Chicken seems to be struggling out there. It looks like it's Eric who started a lap as well. So it's a Chicken just coming through the spoon curve. And down the road to 130R here. Yeah, he definitely needs to improve big time. Let's see what he gets in Sector 2 time here. Ooh, 3 seconds up. That's huge.
Is it enough to make it into the top 10? Let's find out.
He finds more time in this sector, I think so. Maybe hit near his teammate Coxie there. Oh, nice push from a Chicken there, and he gets up into 8th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did well. He found a lot of grip there down the inside. Good call. Is that a Ferrari Pace Dogs? Nope. It is Pace Dogs, yeah. He's just starting his lap. Who else did I say was on a lap?
Axton's on a lap.
Axton is on a lap. He's in the Degners.
Just
They're
going
nice to
into the
watch in
Degner.
the rain. Saig filling in for Niebuhr in that Mercedes tonight. Burns disqualified. Oh, and he's right in the way there. That surely would have distracted Axton.
Oh, it's Eric's lost it.
Yeah, it's Eric was on a hot lap. That's who I was actually talking about. Well, it's a good thing we chose
Not
Axton.
anymore?
Yeah.
The Bag of Bones says, Buzz, what's your opinion on spinning on the formation lap?
Yeah, I was going to point that out, but I thought I'd just wait for you to find it.
I mean...
Mario's out, and there's its Eric parked on the exit of coming down this stretch there to 130R.
Yeah, I think formation laps should be turned off. Like, I tried putting a sneaky on Monday night, but it didn't work out.
Oh, Axton!
Oh!
Huge moment for Axton there. I can't believe he saved that. I mean, he's out of time, obviously, but that was massive. He's better off just sit there at this point. He gets disqualified, though. Yeah. I guess he needs to get around. Hurry up, Axton. Go. Go.
Axton kind of forgot to brake there.
There he goes. He's okay. I don't know. It just snapped around on him. The whole back end just stepped out, and he went right. Oh, and he's done it again. See, that's silly, Axton, because if you crash there and you block the pit entry, you'll get disqualified. And you could have lost
Burns
P5.
said, I was stuck on the inside of the track in no fuel mode. Disqualified for being parked.
He couldn't get up the hill. Maybe he couldn't get up the hill with no gas? I don't know. That's funny.
I guess not.
What an interesting qualifying session, to be fair, though.
Aerostrike says he invalidated a 39.3. That would have been amazing, but unfortunately, invalid's invalid. I mean, even I could cut the last chicane and find 2 seconds, but
obviously not putting up a lap time. Is anyone else on a hot lap still? Maybe Wolfsburg?
JXW looks like he's on a hot lap.
Wolfsburg's off. JXW's on a hot lap? Yeah. Let's get on board with you. Looks like he's up too. So he could improve and put himself, I guess,
maybe
10th or
10th?
11th? Yeah. 10th or 9th. Kind of a bobble there.
He's out of the RS as well. P11.
Improves, but yeah, P11. I think that's it.
AKA poor man's pole.
Yeah, not bad though. It's a dry race. I mean, everybody's gonna get choice, so there's no real advantage. It'll be interesting to see what the top 10 does. I don't know. Personally, as you guys pointed out many times this week, I didn't really like the soft tires around Japan. I thought the mediums were a better tire anyway. So I struggled. I honestly just like, when I was doing practice though, I was practicing with Doth the one night, and I was like, man, or I don't know if it was Doth, maybe it was someone else, but I was saying the softs just sucks. I was like, these tires are garbage. Like, I just feel like I can't get any traction.
I don't think it was the tires as much as the driver. But...
Well, whatever the case is, like I couldn't get them working. Like, you know, like they didn't work for me. The mediums worked much better. So maybe just the way I drive didn't work with the softs. I just unloaded the car and it felt like just sloppy. I don't know. Didn't have the confidence. Anyways, moving on. Permanently, we're not talking about that ever again.
T-Money starting in pole, is it his first pole of the season? I think it is.
It might be, yeah. I'm just going to take a quick moment to have a quick bite, so I'll be back in a second.
Okay. It's just us now. Me and my fans. While we wait. So how are you boys doing this fine evening? Let me know in the chat. Remember to like and subscribe for more content every week, but at least 3 times a week. For now. Chat? Anything? Anyone? No? Damn, I feel lonely. Boo, bring back the other guy. That's just mean. That's just hurtful.
Don't worry,
Those words break my heart. Okay.
Yeah. Great job, Fuzz. Maybe talk about the race or something next time.
I mean, there's 20-something laps to talk about the race.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one, though. The grid's mixed up a little bit. I think it's going to be
definitely. I feel like Japan is one of those tracks that always produces a close race.
I agree. Yeah, I don't know. It was tough sledding out there on Monday night for me. It sucks, like, driving, you know, and racing as hard as you can and getting 1 point. It really does blow. Tier 1's gotten so competitive this year, though. That's the thing, right? Like last year, I was always floating around 5th or 6th quite consistently, but now it's like I have to fucking work my ass off to get up there. In qualifying, I just can't seem to get it right in quality either.
That's kind of the reason I haven't scored points. It's just like we've added like 10 new fast drivers, and it's impossible to just break into that top 10.
Yeah, if you have any moments, you're pretty much like screwed. Like you can't. It's hard to catch up. Like you really gotta.
Right. Yeah, because up on the last season, I would just smash everyone left, right, and center, and just, you know, there's just been so many personnel changes in Tier 1. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But shout out to PDC. I didn't really realize, but he's qualified in 2nd tonight. That's pretty damn good. And I also want to give a shout out to the weather as well, because it looks like a gorgeous day here at Suzuka. I think this is going to be a really fun race. Nobody's terribly out of position though. Like the top 5's mixed up a bit, but everybody else seems to be like kind of on form.
Yeah, just gonna run through the grid ones real quick. T-Money starting on the mediums in P1, PDC on the softs, so he'll be looking to get an advantage early on. Aerostrike on the mediums, as you would expect. Pace Dogs and Accident on the softs as well, so they'll be looking to attack Aerostrike as quickly as possible. Hans and Ryan and Scabney, the only other ones in the top 10 starting on the mediums. But yeah, I think it's a pretty even split between the softs and the mediums, and we're just gonna have to wait to find out how it works out.
Yeah.
But can't help but think that the medium runners are gonna be at an advantage overall.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in 1st and 3rd, like Aero and T-Money, like that's a no-brainer. If you're in the top 3, I don't know. PDC, I don't really blame him for starting on the softs. I think that's a smart move for him because his pace is a little more around Han's GP Colin area, and you know, like he hovers around 5th or 6th most races. So if he gets on the softs and he can get ahead of T Money and Arrow, even if he loses time to them later, it doesn't really matter because his closest rivals are actually
right.
You know,
Pace Dogs and Axton and GP Colin, I'd say.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, at the moment, he's going to be racing against the soft runners and not T Money and Airstrike on the mediums.
All right, let's get it started. Let's get those lights fired up. All right, here we go. Got 5 lights on. Let's get them out. And they're off. It looks like PDC got a great start on those softs. He's already launched ahead into first. Great start. Yeah, Pace Dogs as well. Smart move from Pace Dogs here. I think this could work out well for him as well. He's up into 3rd there. Let's get back and make sure there's no action going on. It looks like everybody's getting through the first couple turns quite clean. Nice to see. Great job again, guys.
Amazing. I don't see a single McLaren sideways or off the track, so that's already a good start.
That was excellent. And PDC leads this race early in lap 1 here. This is excellent for PDC. If he can get away here, he's going to have T-Money breathing down his neck. Hopefully T-Money can hold up Pace Dogs behind, and that'll give PDC a chance to get away. This could work out really nice for PDC. Let's see how he handles this pressure. Hans tucked in right behind Arrow here. We've got a lot of close battles, it looks like, down the field. Keep an eye on those gaps. We've got Zyg very close, making a move around the outside into the hairpin here. It looks like he has got by It's Eric, and he's now chasing Coxie. Back to the front here. We've got Axton pressuring Hans, and we've got Pace Dogs pressuring T-Money. Once these tires get fired up, we're going to see a lot of positions changing, I think, with the soft guys. Zyg, GP. They are running on the softs, sitting outside the top 10 right now, so they're going to want to move up for sure. We got 20 people tuned in. That's pretty good numbers. Nice to see everybody here tonight.
Yeah, it's our counterparts from Tier 1 and a fresh, new, right out of the box EU league.
Yes. Shiny still.
Mm-hmm. It's not going to be shiny for very long.
No.
Gilzo's racing in it.
Yeah. No, he'd put it in the wall already, I think, so.
Oh yeah, he got disqualified. Like, putting in the wall wasn't enough.
Yeah. Alright, let's get back to Axton here. He's still pressuring Hans, and he's got Lit Romney very close behind as well. So, very close gap still here into lap 2. Nobody really making any headway. Hans falling off of Arrow a little bit, which is to be expected. And then kind of holding up Axton. Axton needs to get up there and chase down Arrow. Arrow makes a move. He's almost by Pace Dogs here. He sends it down the inside in the hairpin. It's on the outside as they head up the hill towards the spoon curve now. Nice to tuck back in. I don't think Arrow's going to find his way through quite yet. Not sure if Pace Dogs had a moment there, or Arrow's just really fired up these tires and got them working. Looks like GP very close. Yep, GP makes a move on JXW into the spoon curve. Excellent move.
JXW spun. In spoon, he's lost it.
Yeah. See him park there. Hopefully he gets back on safely. Terminal Dady under pressure here from Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg thinks better of it. Probably a good decision. Electric Chicken. Oh, he spins and he hits the wall. Huge moment for Chicken there. He's lucky the wall was there, to be honest. No, I think he's lucky the wall was there. He would have been completely turned around. It kind of helped him stay straight.
Wing damage?
Yeah, for sure, but spun with wing damage would have been the other result, I think.
Yeah, honestly, it doesn't look like Electric Chicken has wing damage. I think he'll carry on.
Maybe it was just wheel to wall?
Yeah. Maybe he just got really, really lucky.
Yeah, I didn't really see the full thing. I caught it right as it sort of happened, so I didn't really see the entire moment, but Crucio is very close to Mario as well.
Oh, probably worth pointing out, Crucio and Mario started 19th and 20th and have already picked up a few places. Both of them. Oh, Mario spun.
Oh, no.
Burns has collected him as well. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Still Still keeping the camera on this battle, though. Aerostrike is all over the back of Pace Dogs, and Hans and Axton are pressuring as well. Pace Dog's really struggling right now, and that's played into PDC's hands perfectly. They are starting to form a bit of a gap here, so now that the DRS is activated, PDC's actually made his way ahead of his closest rival on the sauce, Pace Dogs, so that's good news.
Oh, Aerostrike
on the outside, yeah.
Outside. Goes wide.
Oh, huge moment for Hans. He's lost it through 130R. He's smashed the wall. I think he has to head into the pits for sure there. He's lost a lot of his wing. And there's a bunch of penalties given out as well. I'm not sure why he's parked. There's just nowhere to get back on, really. It's kind of a tough turn. Trying to head to that pit lane. Why is he going across the grass? The gravel here.
Just use the escape route. Goes right into the pits.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. At least gone back on the track, maybe. Electric Chicken all over the back here at Scavney. And then we've got Axton pressuring Pace Dogs up ahead, too. So let's get back to Axton. Oh, Axton! Whoa! Is he going to save it? He does. That was really dicey.
He's lost out a few places. He's lost out 3 places there.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
not going to hit the overall race.
You know, it won't, but it could have been far worse. The way he caught that grass and that back end snapped, I thought he was done for, to be honest with you. Hans retires, I figured as much. I wondered why he was not really in a rush.
Gilzo.
The chat's fired up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're fired up in there. They want Coxie, they say. So I guess Coxie needs to turn up the wick a bit.
20 seconds behind the next car, so it'll be a while before he does something exciting. Ryan on the back of Axton
Scavney
on the hard tire.
Sent it down the inside and lit Romney there, and I really don't think there was room for it, so it's a good thing he decided to cut the corner instead to avoid the contact. I mean, he was going to have a better shot down the straight anyway. It's the kind of place you just tuck in. Whoa! What happened there? Car just ghosted, and Scavney just launched ahead. Did lit Romney disconnect or something? It looks like he may have paused, perhaps?
Yeah, he looks to be going super slowly. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, maybe he had to pause for something.
Maybe, yeah. He's lost a few places thanks to that. Airstrike on the back of PDC now.
Yeah.
He'll be looking to make that move real quick.
And the good news for PDC is that Pace Dogs is 2 seconds behind, so I think at this point PDC's safe to just kind of let Aero go through gracefully. I don't think he's worth fighting at this point.
Definitely.
He's really not the guy you're racing. Aero, if he has a shot, defending it hard is just going to let Pace Dogs close. And actually, Scavney...
Quick shout out to... Sorry, go ahead.
Scavney, Chicken, and Axton aren't that far off either. So if these guys start squabbling, they're going to lose a lot of time with those guys behind.
Yeah, it's not worth holding on to a position this early in the race, for sure.
Yeah, Aero gets by easy. Yeah, I think that's the right decision for PDC. If you look at, he's still 2.3 seconds ahead of Pace Dogs here. And Pace Dogs really kind of ruined his tires there fighting. Can't blame him. I would have done the same, but PDC's got definitely a bit of an advantage on the tires here. So
10 seconds for JXW. That's harsh. Probably cut the final chicane.
Yeah,
in some way. Oh, Lit Romney makes up the place on Ryan into turn 1.
Yeah, Lit Romney's having a pretty good race tonight. Yeah, I know he's on the softs, but he's still got some pretty good pace. GP, did that Haas behind lose it? It looked like Eric, the back end snap around a little bit. Yeah, he's lost a bit of time, so must have had a moment. GP very close to Ryan here. Oh, it touches the grass a little bit. You don't want to do that heading into the Degners. It's Eric, 3-second penalty. Chicken. Oh, huge bobble for Chicken there. That's going to put him under pressure from Axton. Actually, Axton looked like he might have bobbled it too, because he's not very close. He was right there.
Yeah, I think the longer Axton is stuck behind Electric Chicken and Scavney, the harder it's going to be to get on that podium, if at all.
Yeah, for sure. He needs to get through. Chicken's very close to Scabney here. He's weaving, looking for a way through. Scabney's parked it. Can't really blame him at this point. Scabney needs to stay ahead of Chicken if he wants that strategy to work.
Yeah, definitely. The longer he holds them up, the quicker he's going to catch up when he's on the softs.
Yeah. Chicken all over Scabney here. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything about it. Scabney looks like he's going to have to tuck in, and he does. Chicken runs a little deep there, though, so Scabney can fight this back. The problem is he's got Axon on his tail, and Axon's not a slow guy, so he's going to be under a lot of pressure, Scabney.
Yellow
and behind, even Romney not even terribly far behind either, so Scabney's not really safe here. He kind of, you can't blame him for fighting. If he had that cushy gap like PDC had, I think I would have let the guys through probably if they were pressuring me like that, but Pace Dogs, yeah, he's not really closing at PDC. PDC's controlling that gap perfectly. This has been an excellent race so far for PDC. He might be the front runner for the third place, the final podium position at this point. I think T-Money and Arrow on those mediums, they're already on their long stint, and they're in first and second, so...
For sure, I think towards the end of the race, Scavney will be sniffing down Electric Chicken and Pace Dogs and PDC to pick up that third podium spot. Like, he'll probably be on the faster tire.
Yeah.
And he's not that far off them at the minute, so the gap's not going to be a lot.
Yeah.
After the round of pit stops.
Zyga's out. Did he crash? It looks like Zyga's crashed. He crashed in Dunlop,
virtual safety car.
Virtual safety car, yeah. Zyga's parked right there on the
Burns does well to avoid
Dunlop.
him after pumping into Mario earlier on in the same spot.
Yeah. It's an easy spot to do it. It's completely blind. You come over the hill so fast.
It's so hard to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Even if you see it, it's impossible to react because it's such a narrow corner and you constantly have to turn in one direction.
See if anybody gets a penalty under virtual safety car. Usually somebody does.
Yeah.
Someone always does it, but DRS enabled, and there we go. We're back racing. Oh, Coxie got Crucio on the restart, it looks like. Or Crucio pit? Yeah, Crucio pit.
Oh, it's Eric's fun.
Eric is off. He is also in the Dunlop curve.
If the color navigates, I can't blame him. But that's unfortunate. He was having a decent race so far. Maybe he can still make it back up. You never know. There can always be a safety car.
Yep. GP.
Oh, Coxie is off as well in the S's. But he manages to recover. No damage, it looks like. Coxie's lost an end plate. He's having a disaster of a race.
Yeah. He's sitting in 15th. At least he's on the softs. I mean, you could go to the mediums now and just run a long race and see, but he's pretty much out of contention for points, I think, at this point. And Chicken actually having a pretty nice race up in 5th. He's got a bit of a gap around him now. He's got a nice little pocket to work with. PDC, though, has lost his gap to Pace Dogs. He is now under pressure from Pace Dogs.
The Coxie fans in the chat are still showing a lot of faith in him.
Yeah, they think he can get there. Maybe a safety car for sure, yeah. You never know.
Maybe safety car. I mean, some people are predicting a last to first challenge in the remaining 18 laps, but I somehow doubt that.
I think Axton's killed his tires. He looks like he's really struggling for grip right now. Like Romney's almost having to, like, lift sitting behind him here. He can't get any pace because Axton's tiptoeing his way through.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a point where the softs are going to be gone now. They're going to have to pit within the next lap or two.
Yeah, Ryan is all over the back of these soft runners now. GP kind of tucked in behind, looking to pick up the scraps. Arrow is very close to T-Money. Very close to T-Money. Did you just whittle that gap down, or did T-Money have a moment? Maybe we'll get chat can let us know. They're popping off in there.
Few Star Wars references.
They want to see Coxie on the air, eh? Well, when there's no gaps to watch, I'll get Coxie some airtime, but right now there's a lot of action.
Yeah, we're not like those shitty FOM TV directors that don't show
Axton
battles.
pits. Good call from Axton, he was done.
I think Airstrike's just gonna maintain that gap. He's just gonna stay within a second, keep getting pulled along, and because there's absolutely no reason to attack him now, and you know waste tires, waste fuel, waste ERS because.
Why not get in front though? You can manage the tires even better in front.
It's debatable because he'll constantly be under pressure from T-Money, and then you know free DRS is free DRS.
I mean, I guess if he doesn't think he can get away, but he closed that gap down pretty quickly, I thought. GP still all over the back of Ryan here. Struggled to find a way through there. His tires will be completely gone almost, and Ryan's pretty much in the.
Ooh, Axton picks up a penalty. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah. Sitting in 12th at the moment. Chicken closing on pace dogs here. That's interesting to see as well. I wonder what kind of tire wear these two have, because Chicken maybe took better care of them. Pace dogs is struggling a little bit.
GP Collins just gets past Ryan in 130R.
Really, right? On the softs.
But he's gonna have to pit very, very soon.
Ryan pits. What's going on here?
Ryan dives into the pit. Huh.
Maybe going medium hard?
Did he have wing damage?
Looks like they got the wing ready. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
Did they have
like
contact maybe? GP Colin maybe made contact?
Possibly.
Yeah. See after the race. Electric Chicken super close to pace dogs now. They're both on the soft, so these guys are pretty much racing for position here.
Is anyone gonna try to pull the undercut on the other?
Chicken did well to save that, but he completely unloaded the back end of that car.
Oh yeah, his tires are gonna be absolutely cooked.
Yeah, he probably should just pit now, and maybe get the undercut if he pits now. Either way, pace dog's probably thinking about going in as well.
Yellow flag. It's Eric is off again. In the S's.
Yeah, so Coxie's on the air now. Aerostrike and T-Money approaching Coxie up ahead. Interesting though, I think I don't know if Aero is trying to get through or if he's taking your advice, maybe just sitting behind. Because he's still stuck there. Bit of a bobble there on the hill.
Coxie did get a 5-second penalty for ignoring blue flag.
Did he?
Yeah, he did, but I mean, he's ghosted, so it's not that much of an issue. But it's still going to be distracting for Axton and Aerostrike to get past the ghosted car.
I mean, at this point, like, you're clearly not faster than these guys. Just let them go, I think.
No, yeah. Agreed.
Right? These are the fastest guys in the grid here. Yeah, you got another one.
Another 5-second, yeah.
Like, if you're trying to unlap yourself is one thing, but when you're being caught up by the guys, like, that's just let them go, right? It's very distracting. But anyway, there you go. There's your boy. sorry, Coxie. It's been a rough night. He just came out on the hards, so I guess I kind of get it. He's like, I'm just about to get lapped, and I just put hards on, right? But he might be able to stay ahead of the other guys. It's maybe not the worst thing in the world.
GP Colin finally pits and comes out ahead of Axton by some distance. So it'll be interesting to see if Axton can catch up.
Yeah, he's way behind.
Yellow's in sector 2 and McLaren is off.
Yep.
That's Mario again.
Yeah, Mario having a bit of a disastrous night as well. Alright, let's get back to Aero. He's still tucked in here behind T-Money, but we also have Lit Romney pressuring Pace Dogs still, and they both pit, so that gap's pretty much the same as it was when they pit. Arrow. Arrow's
Has a
almost
look.
got a yeah, he's almost got a shot here. Ryan's very close to Wolfsburg here. As they approach 130R, will he go? I think he's going to do it. You can trust Wolfsburg's pretty clean.
PDC finally pits. He's an effective P3 at the minute.
I think Ryan
Comes out behind Terminal Deity
had the
and well ahead of
second
Electric
sector.
Chicken.
This might be the fastest lap from Ryan here.
Yep.
Is it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Just the yellow flags threw me off in sector 1 there. I was like, uh-oh. You missed one sector.
Oh, those are probably because Mario retired in the pits.
Yeah. No. He is coming out again, eh? I think, didn't we say we weren't supposed to do that anymore?
Yeah, because there's a potential to cause a safety car, but fortunately we haven't seen that yet.
Romney spun and went right into the wall. He couldn't stop the car. He got on the grass and just slid straight into the barrier.
That's unfortunate. He would have scored points.
On now. He's got space. Yeah, he was having a really good race, actually. He was pressuring pace dogs. I mean, he was definitely in the running for a good finish. And that's what this track will do to you sometimes, though. Arrow Strike. Still stuck behind teammate. Yeah, so what you were saying though, retiring in the pits, yeah, it could cause a safety car because the car does leave the pits. I think Mario did that last week, if I recall correctly, and I think his car just vanished. It didn't actually come back out. So
I think so far we haven't seen a safety car from someone retiring in the pits, even though it causes yellows on the main straight on the start finish straight.
Yeah, JXW. Yeah, JXW's lost it again. Another spin for him. His race has gone completely into the gutter. Pretty much nothing left. It's just crazy, you know. Some of these guys had really good races going, and they're sitting like, I mean, even Axton sitting in 14th. Coxey's had a bit of a nightmare race as well, and it's just these guys are all capable of scoring really good points, and they're just sitting down in 16th, 17th. That's the kind of competition you see across Tier 1 and Tier 2. Like, you can't have a bad race, or you're pretty much done for.
Yeah, I feel like there's almost no hope of scoring points if you mess up in a race.
Yeah.
You almost need to have a perfect one.
Yeah. And if your pace is decent enough, you'll get into the points. And if you screw up and your pace isn't that great, you're done. If you have excellent pace, you can make a couple mistakes and get away with it. Arrow now to DRS. You know, looks like he's just taking the free toe. Doesn't look like he's interested in getting by. Axton, very close to Lit Romney here.
Yeah, I don't think Axton's Aerostrike's really going to attack until the final few laps. GP Colin makes a move past Crucio out of the hairpin.
Yeah, so that'll help him. That'll help him build even more time to Axton behind. And Axton behind will be probably capable of chasing down GP Colin, though. GP Colin's a pretty quick guy, so that's a pretty big gap. It's a big ask of Axton with
huge.
With 13 laps to go.
He does have two cars in between them, and I don't know if he has enough laps. Axton makes a move down 130R, makes it stick.
JXW is out. He retired in the pits as well. Hey, what are you doing? Cats. Yeah, Crucio's still got that DRS, so he gets a little bit of a free toe here. But Romney has been passed by Axton. And Arrow is still sitting behind T-Money. Just doing a little draft work. Saving fuel, probably. I kind of want to look at the telemetry. Yeah, let's look at the telemetry. Let's just not say out loud what it is, so these guys don't get an advantage here. Yeah, just as I suspected. Yeah, exactly what I thought.
JXW Gaming in the chat says Japan can die in a fire. Well, I mean, you should be careful what you wish for. They kind of did once.
Oh, you
Or
shouldn't have said it.
twice.
You shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, shouldn't have said that.
We're gonna be banned now. At least in Japan. Someone's off.
Does that count as racism?
Someone's off in the S's. No, I don't think so. I think it's just poking fun at a horrible event.
It's a Renault, it's Coxie. Fan favorite Coxie is giving the fans all the spins they need.
You know.
That's another one almost. Oof.
I gotta feel for him. It sucks when your race just completely unravels like that. Arrow strike. I think Arrow might be looking her way through, really. I don't know. Oh, he sends it very late into the chicane.
Oh.
That was a classic move there, holy. And T-Money defends it well. That was great. Such a sneaky move. He probably just figured T-Money wouldn't see it coming because he hasn't taken any chances yet. Wow. Great stuff there.
Yeah, T-Money's going to be on air for the rest of the race.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, these two are the true rivals in this division. It's great to see these two scrapping it out wheel to wheel. Axton for sure is always up there too. It sucks he's sitting down in 13th right now. He's usually in the mix, but good old Vettel Hamilton Senna-Prost type rivalry between these two.
Oh, Coxie is retired. Did he? Yeah, he went into the pit. Yeah. That's unfortunate.
It's like when everybody's
yeah.
It's like when everybody speeds on the highway together, and they're like, "Well, they can't pull us all over." It's like, "Well, I'll just retire in the pits. They can't punish us all. Watch us." No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. If it doesn't really cause an issue, I don't really see the point. But if it does cause an issue, it's kind of like a gamble, right? Like,
yeah.
If you go in and you cause an issue, you're in trouble. But get away with it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Now that Coxie is retired, we're gonna see our viewership drop to 0. We're gonna see it drop dead.
Oh yeah.
Because why would anyone watch if it's not to watch Coxie, you know?
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have like 2 viewers left, and Coxie's left. He's left the building, folks. PDC.
Oh, they're both into the pits at the same time, Aero and T-Money.
Of course they are. PDC is all over the back of Terminal 80. Electric Chicken is tucked right in behind as well. Look at this. 3 cars very close together heading into 130R. This is going to be crazy.
Oh no, T-Money is just replaced with Wing.
Oh, and it ends perfectly.
Aerostrike comes out. Yeah, Aerostrike comes out ahead of T-Money because T-Money apparently had wing damage.
Well, T-Money can just kind of work on that gap though. I think he had the pace.
5-second gap. I think that's going to be a little difficult to manage, but...
Yeah, Terminal to 80, probably. But Terminal to 80 has dove into the pits, and he's released... who was it behind him? PDC and
PDC and Electric Chicken. PDC takes his spot on the podium, but Electric Chicken is right on his tail.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to be looking to snatch that away.
Yeah, Chicken in a prime position here for a podium. Pace Dogs is 5 seconds off, but Ryan is a few tenths behind Pace Dogs now. He's looking to pressure him, and that could disrupt Pace Dogs' bid for a podium tonight. Still a bit of an ask, 5-second gap there, but I think Scabney, you're right, might be a bit of a threat for the podium. He's in range.
Aerostrike does the right thing and lets T-Money past because he probably was the one that gave him the wing damage from that late move into the chicane.
Ah, true.
Yeah, good show of sportsmanship there.
You know what? Yeah, that's pretty smart. Because now it's just back to the way it was, and...
yeah,
I mean, they're probably in a party together anyway. I think they race in a party, right? So.
Yeah, it stops being a steward issue now, so there's
exactly
going to be one less thing for the stewards to worry about.
Good shout that you noticed that. Because I would have been like, what the hell? What just happened? So Electric Chicken is very close to PDC here. He's going to have that DRS. Let's see if he can take a run into turn 1. They're both weaving, looking to break that slipstream PDC. I think
Nah,
he
I
did a
don't
good
think he's
enough
close
job.
enough.
No, he's not. Yeah, PDC did a good enough job there covering that off. Terminal DD all over the back of GP Colin here. See if he gets a run down the main straight with that DRS. Drive past the Ferris wheel there.
Oh, GP Colin moves right up the inside. Break the slipstream.
Yeah, Terminal DD's going to get this
has,
easy, I think.
Yeah, he has the advantage right there. Nice straight line
As
speed, good exit.
long as he keeps it steady, he's good. Axton, Wolfsburg's just coming out of the pits. He's going to be behind Axton. Will he get ahead of Lit Romney? No, Lit Romney goes through as well. Wolfsburg will have a chance to chase down Lit Romney and maybe even Axton as well. Let's get that fresh. It's a little bit of a distance there to Axton, but definitely close enough to chase down Lit Romney, I think. Burns a minute behind Wolfsburg, so you've got first to 14th. You know, not in any massive gaps. It's Eric's 11 seconds off, so there's a bit of a separation in the field about halfway down, but Burns just way out of touch from the rest of the pack here. But credit to him, he's still running, and I think he is still on the lead lap. Is he? No, probably not. He's a minute behind 14th, so yeah, he's definitely behind.
Oh, Aerostrike is gonna make a move.
Yep.
Puts in the fastest lap, moves down the inside.
Here we go. Into turn one, side by side.
On the straight, gets it done.
Yeah, he gets it done.
Ooh, goes a little deep into turn one. They're still side by side.
T-Money fights it back. Arrow's on the grass a bit there.
Yeah, T-Money backs off for now.
Yep.
Great battle there.
You know what he's going to do now.
Space Dogs right up the butt of Brian. It's Eric finally pits. What's on the soft?
Scavney's very close as well, so let's get on board with Scavney. We'll watch this three-way battle here. See what T-Money does with that gap. He's probably just going to manage a little bit.
Yeah, Scavney on the fresher softs should have the massive advantage.
Yeah, it's just Pace Dogs with that DRS might be able to stick ahead, so see what happens.
Yeah, Ryan's going to be in trouble. He's going to have to absolutely nail his exit out of the chicane to stand a chance against these two.
Yeah.
T-Money and Aerostrike approaching the final chicane yet again. Does T-Money go for it again? Or does he stay behind? Saves it for later.
Let's take a
Find
look.
out.
I don't know if
He's
close
fully
enough,
RS.
but I want to keep an eye on this Scavney and Pace Dogs battle because they're very close as well. Yeah, T-Money, I think he's just going to have to fall back in line.
Yeah, he's up in for now. Ryan has a decent gap, so I think he's safe for now. Pace Dogs with the DRS manages to stay ahead of Scavney as well into turn one. The gaps are going to have to be much closer coming out the final chicane for us to see potentially a 3 wide or at least one overtake. Oh, yellow flag, that's looks like a racing point. Nope, that's all good. Electric Chicken Pits comes out in 10th, holds on to 1 point so far. Eric is right behind him. That's going to be a close gap to monitor. Lit Romney has left the session. He seems to be having connectivity issues right from the beginning.
Yeah. I mean, we did have that issue very early in the race as well.
Yeah.
So, Scavney's still pressuring Pace Dogs, who's still tucked in behind Ryan.
Airstrike's broken DRS, so I don't think he's going to be under a lot of pressure anytime soon.
No. There's not much to watch up at the front at the moment. It's Eric
Nope.
who's catching up to Electric Chicken, so it's Eric, you know, seemed like his race had fallen apart, but he's still sitting there in a chance to get points. So.
Pace Dogs doesn't get a very clean exit out of the last chicane. I think he's going to be done by Scavney here.
Yeah,
Scavney moves on to the inside.
He can't
He's
get
going to have
through.
to make it stick into turn one.
Oh, and he sends it late. I think he's got it.
Pace
Around
Dogs
the
on the
outside.
inside.
Oh, they
side
bang
by side,
wheels.
yes.
Did they bang wheels? I don't know. It looked damn close. But I think
Scabby finally makes a stick.
Yeah, Scabby's finally through. Good stuff from Scabby there. Great racing from those two.
Yeah, that was nice. Excellent driving from both of them.
It's Eric is very close to Electric Chicken now. Let's get back to that.
E-Money is pushing hard. He's back in DRS range.
Yeah.
See if he can get a good exit onto 130R.
Let Romney very close to Crucio here as well, but he's ghosted again. I guess he just got passed. Yeah, T-Money losing a bit of time there. Pace Dogs all over the back of Scavney still. He's going to lose ground to him surely now that Scavney's been released.
Yeah, now Scavney's going to be hunting down Ryan very quickly. Airstrike puts in another quick lap. 131.3.
T-Money beats it. It's Eric has lost a bit of time to Electric Chicken now, so I think we'll get back up to the front runners here, and we'll focus on that for the rest of the race, because it looks like the gaps in the back of the pack are starting to form up. They're pretty substantial at this point. I don't think we'll see too much movement down there. Pace Dogs not letting Scavney go. He's still fighting it.
Yeah, it's in Pace Dog's interest to just stick to effective P5 since Ryan's a reserve and his points won't count. Scavney has a bit for P4 while PDC has nicely settled into third. Scavney picks up a 3-second time penalty. That might change things up at the end. Now Pace Dogs really needs to stick with him.
Yeah, for sure. If Pace Dogs becomes aware of that, he could just kind of sit there and manage it a bit. Scavney will be hounding Ryan, though, to look for a way through. Now, Ryan not terribly far off PDC, so I think Scavney could be in touch for a podium, but he really needs to find a lot of time if he wants to get up there and clear the gap that he's picked up with that time penalty. T-Money now has a very good run on Arrow. Oh, he's fired up the engine. He's got that DRS. He sends it down the inside. Here we go. Side by side, T-Money finds a way through with that DRS advantage, sweeps back across, and takes first place. These two going at it once again for first place. Arrow surely will not let up. He'll be looking to fight it back for sure. It's been an excellent drive from these two.
I imagine if I'm Aero at that point, I'm gonna save my ERS and fuel for lap and a half, and then just go for it with maybe 1 lap to go.
Yeah, like if it's just gonna be trading places, you gotta make sure you get the final punch, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah, maybe just harvest a bit and make sure you keep in touch. And he's closing quite quickly into Spoon here. Maybe he's setting it up for another run. You can turn that battery down and harvest a bit and just sit in the slipstream.
Exactly. Scavney now looking to close the gap to Ryan, try to get within the DRS range so he can make his move, but...
Arrow around the outside into the chicane now. Can't find a way through, though. It's throwing it at T-Money tonight. It's been a hell of a race from these two, I gotta say.
Absolutely. I think he's closing up on this lap. Oh yeah, picking driver of the day out of this group is kind of difficult because everyone's
PDC really deserves it too.
Absolutely, such a nice, clean, quiet race. I think quiet races are pretty underrated as well.
Yeah. Ryan's pressuring him, so we could see Ryan actually on the podium, but PDC would actually keep that third place in the standings, so it'll be counted as a podium. Maybe not, though, because Scavney's not terribly far away.
But I think Ryan's maintained that just over 1 second gap so far for the past 4 or 5 laps, I think.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see. Like, it'll take maybe a small error from Ryan to just evaporate that entirely.
Arrow had a bit of a moment in one of the corners back there out of the hairpin, I think. Either a snap of oversteer, but he just managed to catch it, and he's still very close, so it didn't really cost him much. They're heading into lap 26 now. Does Arrow think about it now? No, I don't think he got a good enough exit. T-Money has just completely launched himself down the straight. Nowhere near him.
Yeah, Arrow went way too deep into the chicane and in the first half of the chicane. Compromised his exit a bit.
Well, this is T-Money's chance to deal the final punch here.
Oh, yeah.
If he's got the battery, I'd say turn it up now and just put the hammer down for the next lap and a half.
Yeah, the next straight is going to be probably Arrow's last chance to get a move done. Unless he somehow magically makes a move into the last lap of 130R.
Into the chicane, he could do it on the final lap, you never know.
Could do it.
T-Money has not got the DRS gap covered off, though, so Aerostrike's still going to be in touch. He was close. He almost got him. Ryan is now within range of PDC. If I'm PDC, I don't know, actually. If I'm PDC, I don't know if I want to fight. Maybe to keep Scabney behind. Or if you let him through just so you don't have to worry about costing yourself a podium. It's hard to say. Because Scabney's close enough to take a shot in the final lap, I think.
Possibly, I feel like the 2-second gap is still a bit much, but, you know, anything can happen. If Ryan and PDC go side by side, then they're going to lose a ton of time.
Yeah, but Scabney needed... did Scabney have a 3-second time penalty? Who was that?
I think it was pace stalls, but...
Yeah,
oh, yeah, Scabney does. Scabney does have a 3-second time penalty. And he's 3.5 seconds clear of pace stalls as well.
At the start of lap 27, looks to send it into turn 1, but T-Money had him covered off. T-Money just parked his car perfectly in the center line there, and Aerostrike couldn't find a way through. Ryan disqualified, failed to use required tire compounds. What?
Wow. I think Ryan went medium, and forgot to go on the softs.
Oh, maybe.
I would imagine.
No way, you put on the last
lap,
so he's done.
Real quick.
Yeah. Or maybe they didn't. I don't know, actually. That's interesting.
Yep. Ryan went medium. Did not use the softs or the hards.
That's super interesting because remember when he pit on like lap 9 or 10, we were like, what is he doing? But he was getting a wing, right?
Oh yeah. I think he was. Yeah, you're right. I think he just accidentally went on the mediums again and just decided to, fuck it, I'm just gonna race. There's no point pitting again.
It's like it counts anyway, right?
Makes sense, yeah.
It makes sense, yeah. I don't think he realized he would have got disqualified on the last lap though. But anyway, that puts PDC into a pretty good spot.
Yeah.
He doesn't have any pressure anymore.
Oh, Aerostrike has a big moment.
Aerostrike is off.
Oh, PDC unfortunately not close enough to capitalize on that.
But that's it.
Keep
T-Money takes the win. Aerostrike comes home in second, obviously just desperate to find a way through there. But for the first time in a very long time, T-Money has got the better of Arrow and won the race. Arrow has... I think Arrow's won every race this year almost. I think he has.
But Axton did win last week.
Axton did, yeah, true.
Yeah.
I don't think T-Money's gotten a win for a while, though.
No. First of the season, he'll be proud of that. That was a good race. That was a well hard-earned race.
Yeah, for sure. That's got to feel real good. Like, that's like, that's like crack a nice cold beer, feels good, or maybe spray some champagne. He's definitely going to get a chance to on the podium there, so. Let's review the grid quickly. The final running order: T-Money in first, Aerostrike in second, PDC comes home in third, Scabney is in fourth, Pace Dogs in fifth. Almost got Scabney on that penalty, but not close enough. So PDC and Scabney were reserves a few weeks ago, and now full-time drivers picked up third and fourth this race. So shout out to them; they're having an excellent first few races here. Pace Dogs fifth, GP Collins sixth, Terminal DD comes home in seventh, eighth. 8th for Axton. Electric Chicken only 0.076 off of Axton in 9th. We'll review the rest of the running order briefly. There he is, T-Money up on the top step of the podium. His rival Aerostrike alongside, and PDC in 3rd on the podium. Shout out to him. Excellent drive. It's been a good addition to the league.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Both these drivers.
Yeah, I mean everybody. We got a really great roster here. A lot of penalties there, so we were at Electric Chicken. It's Eric picks up a point, comes home in 10th. Wolfsburg just misses out on a point, comes home in 11th. Crucio in 12th. He's just reserving tonight. He's got a seat in the EU tier, but he couldn't sleep, so he decided to give give Japan a spin, get a little test run in. But Romney comes home in 13th, Burns in 14th, and then everybody else did not finish. We've got Coxie DNF, JXW DNF, Mario DNF, Zag DNF, Hans with a DNF, and then Ryan obviously disqualified for not using the correct tires. So if you
Electric
finish the
Chicken
race
picks up
tonight,
an extra point for fastest lap.
oh nice,
It looks like.
yeah, wow, yeah, 30.9. It's much faster than anyone else had. So good job for Electric Chicken. He's picked up a solid handful of points tonight. Picks up, I think, well, I guess if you take out, do we have anybody to take out of, no, that's the proper top 10, I think.
Yeah, there's no reserves in the top 10, top
Yeah.
11 even.
There we go. So let's work for RC. Ryan was doing him a favor.
Yeah.
Interviews? If you want to stick around for interviews, you got any questions, or I can run them if you're...
Sure, I can stick around.
Alright. Let's do a couple. I mean, who do we got? PDC. I don't know if he's going to have his party settings set up. Yeah, we'll bring him in. Tell everybody what he said after if it doesn't work. So, the usual suspects, Arrow and T-Money. And then PDC. I'll actually message PDC in the Discord quickly and see if he's interested. What's going on, man? Do you have your party settings set up so that you can like have your audio shared?
Go
Like
into the party settings and make sure you have your voice allowed.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if not, then when you listen to the stream, it's just, you know, Biga talking with no one, like...
And then a patch of silence.
Yeah.
It sounds like whoever's trying to ask you questions has an imaginary friend.
Exactly. And then
I'm sure Bigger has plenty of imaginary friends.
Well, I've got a cat, so I do wonder if he's real sometimes.
It's the only pussy you have. Like.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey.
You're not wrong. But I also got no problems, so... Anyways. Yeah, I'm not sure if your audio is working or not. Did you check that little box there in the settings? Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna get the interview started. I usually start with the first and second guys, and then I'll come to you third. So you can double check your settings, and we'll be there shortly. So, T-Money, you won the race. How was that, man? That was one hell of a battle between you two, man. I couldn't believe like the drive you both put in. I think like it was really anyone's race. It was pretty much whoever pulled the last punch was going to win it. So,
I mean, yeah, it's well, first win of the season always feels good.
oh yeah.
I mean, basically, essentially, ever since that first BSC, like before that, I think I had like maybe like a 1.5 second gap, and then Arrow was like right behind me ever since then.
Yeah.
And essentially, it was just whoever would have made a mistake in that last stint, that would have been the end of it. But I mean, that was and also a shout out to Arrow for letting me go by him after that after we went into the pits.
After my move.
Yeah. Fuzz actually caught that and pointed it out.
Yeah, I mean, we could always say Team Money wiped out a 5-second gap in 2 laps on Aerostrike.
Yeah.
To move past him.
He was hungry.
It was half a lap.
Yeah.
My tires were just warming up. You know? They gave me extra cold tires.
I mean, because when he went into the pits, like he put like yes for change wing, but he didn't have any damage.
All right.
And we were kind of expecting that it was still gonna like swap out his wing, but that doesn't happen. FYI.
Yeah, it should. Yes means change.
Yeah, I think if it's 100%. Didn't they say it was supposed to be
the
no
patch
matter what?
The patch notes say if you set it to yes, it will always change.
That's true.
Yeah.
There's some
Cody's lied.
line there.
Yeah, so like 99.9% of the time it would change if you had a bit of damage.
Mm-hmm. So Aero, did you have wing damage when both of you pitted? Okay.
No, I did not.
You think you were just trying to make it fair, right?
I think I caused
Yeah.
2 wings to be broken though. I lost my footage, so I can't see the first one. I'm seeing
Yeah. I've used that excuse before. I quote lost my footage.
No, it actually did.
Yeah.
I have
even though it's all on
58
YouTube.
seconds and then 59 seconds.
Yeah.
It's not even a straight minute.
Yeah, my stream could be all on YouTube, and I'd be like, "Oh, I don't have my footage. It's I don't know where it is. It just got lost somewhere."
I thought I lost my footage at when we were racing at Hungary.
Okay,
It's a stream, like I always stream on YouTube now, and I had to wait like 40 minutes for it to show up on my channel. Yeah, I thought I lost it. But...
All right. Move on to Arrow. So tell us about the race. Like, obviously you had that moment at the end. It didn't really matter. You were pretty much just going for glory at the last final turn there. But you got 2 weeks in a row without a win now.
No, that's not true.
Oh, is it?
I won last week.
Fuzz
It was
lied.
Monaco.
Oh, I thought Axton won last week.
Monaco.
Axton won 2 weeks ago, didn't he?
Okay.
Yeah, true. Way to go, Fuzz. Now I look like an idiot. I look like an idiot.
That
in
wasn't
front
the
of
reason
Arrow.
you look like an idiot. That wasn't the reason you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a tight race the whole time. When T Money got around PDC at the beginning, I was a bit worried that he may have gone away. Also, Pace's starts are ridiculous.
He had a launch.
It's like he jumped the start, but he didn't.
Yeah,
That's
he wasn't
how
the
strong
soft,
his starts are. Even still, I don't think my start was like necessarily bad, but
No.
he got me before the corner, so I had to yield.
Yeah.
Wish I had my view of this, because I on lap like 3 or 4, we went too wide in 130R. Pace and I
may have caught that, but I think I missed it.
I got understeered through the corner, went on the outside track, and then when I came back in, we were like side by side, and my stupid highlights has a terrible camera angle, because it shows both of us right next to each other, and then Pace's car just goes to the left and taps the wall. I don't. You can't change the view in theater mode, so I don't know.
No, it's unfortunate. He might have a view of it though.
Yeah,
See
he
it
does.
once he gets it, yeah.
But
well, let's move on to the third place finisher. That's PDC. Welcome to the interviews. It's something we've been doing for a while here too. I don't know if you even knew about it, but we just kind of invite the top 3 to the party, and we usually just ask them a few questions about their race. But you're pretty new here. You've just got your full-time seat a few weeks back, and you just scored a podium. So, how does that feel? Oh, really? Wow. Yeah. Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that happens though. If you qualify like in second place, and like a wet qualifying session kind of shook up the grid a little bit. You had a really good start. You got into first, and then you were able to kind of like I was saying it early on, like your actual contenders, the guys that are going to race you based on your pace, are like 4 or 5 spots behind now. You're just going to gain on them just with field spread, right? So even though you didn't have quite the greatest setup, you still have a way better track position. So definitely know what you're saying there. Pretty quiet race though, as Fuzz pointed out. It wasn't. Obviously the start was electric, but beyond that, it was kind of just a smart managed race, and I think it was well deserved. Yeah, it was a great race actually, all through the grid. There was a lot of action, and then especially between T Money and Arrow, there they were keeping it quite busy at the front. But yeah, it was good stuff. I'm glad everybody popped in for the interviews. We're gonna wrap up the broadcast now. Fuzz, you got any questions before we do that?
No, I'm just wondering if T Money's gonna steward Arrow for breaking his wing, make it interesting.
Not now.
Huh? Am I going to report him?
There's no reason not to.
Well, he gave the place back.
I mean, there's
so.
no. Yeah, I mean that is true, but I mean it's I don't know, but like the way I see it is, it didn't end. Like I've been in a lot worse, like accidents, and I haven't reported people. And Arrow, like I said, it was. I mean, it was really nice. I mean, he showed a lot of sportsmanship by letting me go by him. So, like I said, I'm not gonna, I'm definitely.
But yeah, I mean, I'd do it anyway. Just to make things spicy.
I'm already down by like 70. I'm down by like 70 points in the drivers' championship anyway. So, yeah. But I guess before we wrap up, I just want to say to PDC. That was a really nice jump you got off the line. Like I was really disappointed when I was like, oh shit, he just like it was the same thing. Like he got me before he even got to before we were at the first corner, and I was like, shit. Like, yeah. I mean, I was just worried that on those soft tires that you'd start to pull away, but well, I think. Well, I didn't really.
I knew,
I didn't remember,
and I said it
but,
in the party.
Yeah, I was gonna say Arrow mentioned it in the party, but I kind of forgot though when we were racing though.
Even when we got by, you're still keeping up a little bit, and then well, once we both pit, then our tires are just too much for yours, I guess.
Being on the softs versus the mediums makes a difference.
Yeah.
All right, I'll wrap it up then. Thanks for popping in, guys.
Hey, wait.
We will see you next week. What do you want?
Where are we next week?
I believe
Abu
Abu
Dhabi.
Dhabi.
Abu
Abu Dhabi is the correct answer.
Abu Dhabi. Were you quizzing us? Is
Marina.
I gotta
Well,
prepare
no,
every week. Make sure I
last
check.
week you weren't ready, and then it's not
I'm
even
always
in the
ready.
broadcast. You're like, oh yeah, Japan or something.
Are you testing the
very end.
admin's knowledge of the calendar? I can
I
tell
don't
you the
know.
next
I don't
5
even
tracks.
know the calendar. I don't know the calendar. I don't. I don't
So
know what's
we have
after
Abu Dhabi, Spain, Spa, and I'm hoping we can do Spa like 3 times in a row, and then Mexico.
Spain.
Spain, yeah. That'll be
my
fun.
We'll have to forget our hardships from last season, but
I don't remember what happened last season.
Alexakov.
All right,
That's
I'm wrapping
fine.
it up. That's the end. We'll see you next. We'll see you next week for Abu Dhabi.